So today I'm checking out this 2-pack of solar street lights. This was sent to me at no cost, so I can do this review. Let's take them out of this box and check them out. When you take these lights out of the box, you're going to find this inside. There's going to be a user manual. You get 2 remotes, one for each light. These are 2 pedestals that you can mount these solar lights on, and the hardware that is needed to mount these. Now I've got one flipped one direction and one flipped the other. These are 2 identical lights, but this is to show you what the solar panel on the back side looks like. And this is the bottom part, that's the light. And it's got a little sensor here. It's got a button where you can turn it on and off. So this is more of like a physical on and off switch versus on and off on the remote. These do take 2 AAA batteries that are not included, so you're going to need 2 AAAs in each remote. But let's go ahead and get this thing installed and see how well they do. And these lights are very easy to put together. They just have these 2 little screws here that you put in on the pedestal, basically arm that goes here. So you put those 2 little screws in, and then it's just going to be 2 small screws right here to screw it into wherever you want to hang it. Alright, and there they are installed. This is one of them that's on the pergola. I have them both on the pergola, and they were super simple, just those 2 screws there at the base. And then here's the remote. These are the different options. So on is to leave it on all night long. These on and off here is just for the day. So if you want to turn the light on all night long until the sun goes down, you just turn this one on. These are for just that one period of time. So off, and then the next time it comes on will be the next time it gets dark. And then sensor 1 is to detect motion, and when it doesn't detect motion, it puts the light at 30%. Sensor 2 is to detect motion, and when it doesn't detect motion, it puts the light off. And then these are your time settings. So we're gonna wait until it gets dark and check these things out. I also want to note that even though it does come with 2 remotes, this one remote will operate both lights. But if you weren't going to have them together, you know, there's 2 remotes. If you wanted to use one place, one somewhere else. But for now, I'm just going to be using this one remote to operate both of the lights. Alright, it's getting pretty dark out now. Let's test out these lights. Alright, I'm standing on my back patio. I did turn these on sensor 1. So that means that they will detect motion. And then when no motion is being detected after a certain amount of time, then they will drop down to 30%. I did this because we're going to see how sensitive the motion detection is. Oh wow, so I barely came around my patio and they turned on. I am probably 30 feet from the left one and maybe 50 from the right one. And they picked me up. So the sensors are pretty good. And there it went. The right one went down and the left one. So that was the amount of time it would normally take to have them drop down. Now that's sensor 1, right? So sensor 1 is 100% brightness, and then it drops down to 30%. Sensor 2 is 100%, and then when it detects no motion, they actually turn off. So just keep that in mind. And then you've got times where you can keep something on for a certain amount of time, like 3 hours, and then it will drop down to sensor 1. And then you have another setting at the very bottom that lets you put it on for a certain amount of time and then drop down to off. Or we can drop them off the sensor and make it where they stay on all the time. And this is them at 100%. And as you can see, they might not be very big lights, but they are still nice and bright. Shines the whole pool, and would be really good lights for a backyard, sheds, things like that. I think it would do a great job. Alright, well, I hope this video was helpful. Thank y'all very much for watching. Take care.